Live from Velocolt in the Hollywood district of Portland, Oregon. Welcome to Crank My Chains Open Bike. Now we're rolling. You don't like the way I roll. You don't like the way I ride, but I get the feeling you might be bicycle curious. So crank my chain, crank my chain. From the pedal to the brain, I need to refrain. Crank my chain. Now we really got the roll. Yeah, we really hit our stride, and no one can deny it's just the cure for us. And we took a little chance, and we go a little higher now, and we're flying on our own two wings beside of us. So crank my chain, crank my chain. Yeah, the sweet refrain, pedal to the brain. Crank my chain, crank my chain. All right. Well, thank you so much, everybody, for coming down. This is the debut of Open Bike, and I think we need an open mic for bikes in Portland, right? So I hope everybody, if you're not bringing something tonight, that you'll bring something next week or the week after. We're down here again live from the Velocolt in Portland. We are broadcasting right now to YouTube, to potentially 2 billion people right now. So, you know, there you go. We've just got a ton of great things to show you tonight. Videos, performances. We're gonna play some music. We've got Robert Ping right over here. He's a great musician, trumpeter, guitar player. We're gonna get up and jam at about 9 o'clock. But before that, get on up. If you've got something you wanna share, a poem, doesn't have to be bike related, interpretive dance, whatever. Okay, we want you up here. Just go see Kirsten right over there and let her know what you've got. And yeah, we'll get to it. So I'm gonna bring up Zed. Zed is also super instrumental making this happen. We got Nathan back there at the computers. Again, Kirsten. My name is Dan Kaufman. And yeah, open bike, here we go.
Woo-woo. I'm much shorter than Dan, but I'm just as pretty, so don't worry. So we have a couple things going on out there tonight. On the tables, you'll find a program, and this is a take-home program. It has bike event listings at the bottom that you can find more bike events on Shift to Bikes. And we'd like you to actually start building bicycle cultures with us. It starts here, but then it spreads out to the city, and that's really what we're hoping. I know it's really cold out there, and so we thank you for taking the opportunity to come out here and join us tonight. One of the aspects that we are hoping to do with this program and event is to get people to make bicycle videos. Now, when I say that, often people think that we want to have you do this amazing, epic 5-minute compilation that we're going to be blown away and you're going to have to do to present to Film by Bike or something or other of that. No, we just want you to be able to show your unique perspective about bicycles. And so, during the morning, Dan knows this very well about me, I get inspiration and motivation on my bike, and in particular I had this idea and this vision that we should start getting videos that are brief but filled with content. So we have this program called the 10 by 1, and the idea is to share your ideas with 10 words, spoken or written, in a minute about potentially bicycle culture, but really we're going to open this up to anything. But there is truly a love for bicycles here, and that's pretty aware. But we'd like you to contribute your videos to us, and all the information on that's on crankmychain.com. We'd like to show the video that I did, embarrassingly enough, but it's a 10x1. It has 10 words in it, and it's a minute long, and it's about bicycle culture. So if we could show that, that'd be great.
10 words, 1 video. Crankmychain.com.
Thank you.
All right, Zed, thank you for that inspiration. And I hope that, so anybody out on the internet right now, there you go, send it. You don't have to be here in Portland. This way you can just bring it in via the interwebs, and then we'll watch it here. I like that video, by the way. It makes me smile. So now we want to let you know, all the filmmakers out there, that the deadline for Film by Bike, which Zed mentioned earlier, which, yes, it does require a little bit more than maybe just something you throw together on a morning. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But Film by Bike it's been a long-running, great program for bike movies. And it's just incredible. It's funny. There's all these different programs that they have over the weekend. There's a party. It's a blast. But I'm going to let Aileen Crotty tell you more about that. And then she's going to show the promo video. But filmmakers, get it going, because time is running out.
Hey everyone. So I'm excited to be here at the first open bike night to talk about Film by Bike. So Film by Bike's been around, this is our 11th year, and we are at the Clinton Street Theater here in Portland, Oregon. Film by Bike happens every year as a celebration of bikes on the silver screen. Last year we celebrated our 10th anniversary, and now that we move into a new decade, we're ready to really try some new things and get creative out there. We have a party in the street as part of our film festival, and that's not something you see every day. So why do we do that? And why do we put all this time into the film festival? Well, one thing that we've realized over the years that we're really doing with Film by Bike is celebrating the artistic side of cycling. You know, we're bikers, but we're more than that. We're musicians, we're artists, we might be attorneys, accountants. We do other things. Everyone could be a cyclist, everyone could be a biker. So every year we put out a poster. This is this year's poster, designed by Matt Cardinal. And the poster every year really celebrates the artistic side of cycling as well. We bring in somebody who does amazing artwork. And the whole festival really has an artistic sense to it. Our goal is that people come and have a great time at the festival, whether they're cyclists or not. And one of the big parts of what we're doing is, you know, I think we can all agree that we want more people to ride bikes. Some people, yes, applause to that. Some people are doing that. They're out there working at advocacy organizations. Other people are organizing events to get people to come to them and ride their bikes. Some people are spreading the word in the office, getting their coworkers to ride. Tons of people are teaching their kids to ride to make them the next generation of cyclists, which is awesome. And there are a lot of ways to get people to ride bikes, but at Film by Bike, our favorite way to do it is to get people to come, have a great time, and watch bike movies. So we're never wagging our finger at them saying, hey, you should ride your bike more often. It's the right thing to do. But maybe when they leave the theater and they leave our street party after spending the weekend with us, they think, I should ride my bike more. So in spirit of that, we would like to present everyone who's present here for the first bike night here at VeloCult complimentary copies of one of our DVDs. So please take a DVD, share it with your friends, get everyone watching bike movies, and let's get more people riding bikes. We hope to see you at the Clinton Street Theater April 20th through the 23rd. And if you happen to be working on a bike movie, deadlines is January 20th. So check us out online, filmbybike.org, and we can't wait to see you in the theater. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Aileen. All right, wasn't that awesome? That just the promo. That's just the promo, okay? I laughed my ass off last year, by the way. It was a lot of fun. All right, so one of the things I think Film by Bike does, and there's at least one movie in there that will be sexy, at least one. And I think that that's one of the best parts about bikes is that they're sexy, you know? They're hot, right? I mean, and when you're riding a bike, it feels good. It's like invigorating. And so our next artist, well, she's the sex bot. She is the queen of the sex bot. And she's gonna come up and do some performance artists here. This is her bicycle song. And I think you'll see why it's sexy. All right, we ready to roll that? Get the microphone. Elima from the Sex Bots, come on up.
That was embarrassing. But that's okay, because all my songs are embarrassing. And this song is kind of a Portland pickup line. I never tried it on anyone. The last pickup line I used that worked was, do you want to come over to my house and watch March of the Penguins? We didn't watch March of the Penguins. All right, I'm sober also, which is horrible, but I can do this. Yeah, not what I want, or what I know. I need, but you should look good. You should look good to me. I wanna taste you. I wanna get down. I wanna make you scream. Oh, give it to me, give it to me. I wanna ride you like a boy said, come You got me singing again. You got me singing again. Oh yeah. Not what I want or what I know. I need, but you should look good. You should look good to me. I wanna taste it. I wanna ride you like a bossy car. Oh, are you ready to go? I wanna ride you like a bossy car. Oh, are you ready to go? Thank you. So I've had to do that song at street fairs, and all the cops come and stand up like this. Actually, there are two cop poses. I'm keeping my tits warm or protecting the junk. And they line up, and there'll be like 6 of them every time I do a street fair. Anyway, I did a film for Film by Bike a couple years ago. It was the one about the fetish for sorry. About the fetish for bike mechanics, which I really do have. That part wasn't made up. Yeah, I had to do a whole Q&A about that. That was embarrassing too. But I want to make another film this year. We only have like a week left. So if there's any guys here that have a really sweet bicycle, and bonus points if you have bike-themed tattoos and are willing to take your shirt off, and then one chick, we can do it. We can get into the festival again this year. Never let your mother Google you ever, though. Come talk to me.
All right, Alima. Woo! Yeah. Hey, can we put the camera over there and just show that we have a bike mechanic right there? One right over there. Yeah, he's working hard. They worked late into the night. Where else are you gonna go at, 8:30 or so, and find a bike mechanic who's working? Well, actually, you'll probably find that, but with an open shop that's got beer and pear cider, hard cider, all sorts of treats and wonderful stuff. And the coffee experience. The coffee is like an experience here. I mean, if you want to stay up all night, grab some coffee. Actually, do you do decaf here? They do. So you can try the coffee experience on decaf. It's amazing. Of course, the night is young, so what the hell, right? Yeah, so this is the develop cult. Alima, that was great. You know, I have a song called I Am a Robot. I might have to change it to I Am a Sex Bot. I am a robot, I play the guitar. Oh, I am a sex bot, I play the guitar. Beep, beep, I am a sex bot, I drive in my car. Beep, beep, I am a sex bot, I watch the TV. Beep, beep, I am a robot, it tells me what to be. Beep, beep. Okay, it goes on from there. We'll have to work on it. Maybe later. Okay. Wow. Whew. All right, well, we're gonna bring Zed back up to show a video. Zed, AKA Tall Bike Jesus. He's actually in need of a tall bike right now, so if you've got a line on a nice tall bike, just let us know. So Zed's gonna show us the beast. Show us the beast, Zed. Or do you want to tell us about us a little bit? Yeah, okay. Come on up, tell us.
Lovely performance, by the way. I like that song. So, as a tall bike cyclist or former therein, I actually broke my last tall bike, the one that's in this video. Well, somebody else broke it, but the tall bike's broken, and it's no longer rideable. So I am procuring basis of most people ask for whiskey or drinks up here. I'm asking for a tall bike. You know, we take what you can get. But often when you're riding a tall bike, you get people like, how do you get up on that thing? How do you ride that thing? How do you, you know, and not exactly that voice or mannerism, but the idea is the same. And so I said to myself, I want to make a video because I've never seen a video from the first-person perspective of what it is to ride a tall bike, because I feel like that's been really underserved. We often see videos of people riding road bikes, cruisers, and everything else, but very little about the actual culture. Maybe just tall bike jousting, but the actual act of riding a tall bike I feel was underserved. And so I made this video, and it was an adventure. It was amazing. I had a great time with it, and I hope that you enjoy it too.
All right, thank you, Zed. Wow, I like that. It feels good. Well, I know we're doing a lot of our stuff, you know, Zed and me and all that. The idea for this, of course, is that it's an open bike. We figured we needed to bring a little for first night. And my goal is that we'll probably be just up here facilitating your stuff, you know, whatever it is you want to bring. And eventually we'll like have to figure out how to squeeze our stuff in there, you know, to put it in. Into the format, you know, but the idea is that this, again, it's an open bike, and then we have music, we have a social hour, and it's just fun. I want to talk just a little bit, going on the theme of we're bringing a few things tonight. Who knows Reverend Phil? Anybody? Reverend Phil? Okay. Well, Reverend Phil has the Bike Porn Tour, and it went through Salt Lake City, and that's where Zed met Rev Phil. And then Rev Phil said, you gotta come to Portland, or something along those lines. I'm paraphrasing here. And then one day, Rev Phil said, Dan, you gotta meet this guy, his name's Zed. And we talked on the phone, and the next thing you know, Zed's over at my house. Next thing you know, we're down playing with Legos in the basement. And this is when Zed and I met. All right, check it out. Wait a second before you go, so I can make sure that the folks in YouTube land will actually get to watch this video.
Gas prices are on the rise.
Hey, paying too much for car insurance?
It's about the tanker spell coming.
Look, I already told you I'm stuck in
Car
traffic.
pileup.
Come on, Billy. What the hell? Move!
So, Stacy's going out with Luke. Like, oh my god. I'm going to be late. I realize the proposal.
Move! God damn it, move!
Yes. No. Yes. No. Oh, okay. All right. Maybe. Look, I'll call you back. I'm stuck in traffic again. Don't patronize me, Bill. There's nothing I can do.
Ooh. Hey, what the hell is that?
Oh my god, should I call like a doctor or something? Oh god! Somebody help him! Oh god! There's blood everywhere! Oh, I'm stuck in traffic still! I don't know what to do! The city is headed for a disaster!
We have to do something right away. Come on. Human.
Power!
Activate. Jousting rod. Box.
Acts of Fury! Go back to the oil, see you guys! Take that! I'll fuck you with my bicycle! I'll fuck you with my bicycle!
We did it.
That's right.
Yeah, bringing down big oil turns me on.
That's my kind of foreplay.
Well, then let's get busy.
Ooh.
Hey, you guys are ready to break out! Woo!
Yeah, drill, baby, drill. Yeah, that again, I didn't mention that was a presentation for bike porn. And I think right about towards the end where it got a little long there, whatever, people were like, "Oh, where's the porn?" And then there you go, we took care of that. Maybe that's a new channel for crankmychain.com. We'll work on it. Yes. Well, there is a theme to that story, though. Which there's the oil well, the drilling, the oil spill, and then the monster that comes. Of course, that's the metaphor. I don't want to have to beat it over your head, but it's part of why we love bikes. They're fun. Yeah, we all live in a modern world where we build fires and drive cars and do things, and we have rubber tires on our bicycles and all that kind of thing. But we see a better world, and bikes are part of the solution to that better world. And that's part of why Occupy Portland spun off and created a group called the Bike Swarm. And we got a number of swarmers here tonight, so it's great to have you out here. And recently, well, not recently, we've been protesting, and we use the Bike Swarm as a way to get out there and get our message across, have fun, raise morale, run reconnaissance if necessary. Just get out in the streets. Just being out on your bike in the streets is making a statement. We do our own little mini critical mass type things. We have a ton of fun. The Bike Swarm you can find it at pdxbikeswarm.org. But one of the bike swarmers is Mike Hernandez. He had a very similar, but I'd say much worse experience than I did in terms of getting his bicycle taken away and being detained by the police. And he's going to tell a little bit, I don't want to go into what he's going to talk about. So Mike, can you come up and fill us in a little bit, whatever you want to go with here. Oh, he's got Darlene, yes. Free Darlene!
All right, hey everybody. My name is Mike Hernandez. That was a great intro, Dan. I thank you for that. Yeah. So this is Darlene. This is my bicycle. This is my trusty steed, my commuter. And so I've been labeled quite a few things in my lifetime. A lot of things, like I'm Native American. I'm a veteran, I'm a homeowner, I'm a bicycle mechanic. I work at Coventry Cycle Works on 20th and Hawthorne. One of the labels that I never really thought I would have was activist, but because of sort of Occupy Portland, I've taken on sort of that role of activist, and I'm part of the PDX Bike Swarm. I found my voice within the Bike Swarm. I really, when the Bike Swarm was created on eviction night from Occupy Portland, I was there, and it was really inspiring. So, I wanted to do more of that stuff, and I kind of wanted to bring my own experience or my own whatever I could to this movement, which is still going on, whether you believe it or not. And so, a lot of the things that I was really trying to do was helping cyclists that wanted to be at these events and things like that with, flat repairs or, minor mechanical issues and things like that. So at a lot of these events, I would have tools and extra tubes of different sizes, and, just a number of things to help other cyclists to be there and just sort of support the movement, help the numbers, because whether you believe in what these people are saying or not, they have the right to be in the streets redressing their grievances and standing up for what they really believe in. So that was sort of the role that I felt like the Bike Swarm brought to the movement. So on November 3rd, I was part of an action called the Solidarity Against Austerity, and it was right before the election. Our message was that no matter what, who you vote for, austerity is something that is probably going to happen to our country. And you see that with sort of the fiscal cliff stuff that was happening. You just see things happening all the time, like with our public transportation, prices going up and things like that, making life harder for the working class while the people on Wall Street get rich. So I was out at this event on November 3rd, and at the corner of 14th and Halsey, I believe it was, the police formed a barricade, and a number of protesters were pepper sprayed and beaten, including myself. I was shoved a couple of times with a bicycle. I was also pepper sprayed, and as I was leaving after being pepper sprayed, I was shoved in the back with the baton from an officer in riot gear. To me, that just sort of goes with what you're doing. Like I'm standing up for what I believe in. This is sort of, I don't want to, use this term, but it's class war. It's just sort of something that sort of happens and you move on. I was beaten and pepper sprayed, but that's kind of what happens. I don't consider myself a victim. I understand the risks that are involved with what I do. So, on that note, 6 days later, as I was leaving my place of work, Coventry Cycle Works actually, I took a ride onto 20th, went up about 3 blocks, and took a ride onto Salmon, and was immediately cut off. My forward progress was cut off by a cop car, and 2 officers jumped out and said, "Get the fuck off the bike and don't move," and just yelling all these things, and I'm just like, "Oh, okay, like what's going on?" I look behind me, and there's a van pulls up and stops, and the van door opens, and I'm just like, what's going on? But I don't really say anything. I'm just like, okay, whatever. Before I know it, my bike is pulled out from under me. My pockets are completely cleared. My messenger bag was taken off, and my hip pouch. And I was just, in a weird, I was just, basically, I was waiting for a black bag to come over my head and to be tossed in the back of this van that was standing behind me, because I had no idea what was going on. When that didn't happen, I finally got the courage to say, "Can you please tell me what I'm being arrested for?" They said, "Don't worry about it. You'll find out in a little bit. Just stay calm, and you'll get to sort of know what's going on and tell your side of the story." So I just texted my wife that I was on my way home, and being a cyclist, if you have a partner, you understand that, if you don't hear from your partner in a while, you're thinking that they're lying on the side of the road dead, or hurt or something like that after getting hit by a car. So my partner doesn't hear from me for 4 hours. I ended up going downtown and telling my side of the story, and they told me that they were just going to hold on to my bike, and they were just, they were going to keep it indefinitely. I was charged with 4 misdemeanors, including attempted assault on a police officer, interfering with the peace officer, harassment, and disorderly conduct. 3 of those charges I still face at this time, and I've obtained a lawyer and things like that. So we're sort of going through the process. But they took my bike, and that was sort of my number one priority. I wanted my bike back. I didn't understand why they were holding onto my bike when they could just take a picture or something like that. So I had to go through this process where it took me a while to get my bike back. Dan's bike, it didn't take as long to get his bike back, but for me, they wanted to hold my bike as evidence. They're still holding a couple of my things as evidence, but in order to get my bike back, I had to tell them that yes, it's me in a lot of the video footage from that day on N3, which I have no problem saying, because honestly, I didn't do anything wrong. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm going through. That's sort of what they're doing to to activists at this point, and it kind of infuriates me. But I've just got to go through the system for now. So I just kind of wanted to tell that story, but to just say, we don't have to be scared. I'm not really scared of what's going to happen to me because I know I didn't do anything wrong. Even in the eyes of the law, I am found guilty. I know that my community supports me, and I know that my community knows that I'm innocent, and that's all that really matters to me. And basically just want to say that if you're a cyclist, no matter how you feel about the movement, you are a revolutionary. You are doing something. I mean, you're a revolutionary in the literal sense because you're on a bicycle and your wheels make revolutions. So that's revolutionary. But also, you're not supporting these oil and gas companies that take corporate welfare and billions of dollars in subsidies from our government in order to just sort of bring down the price of gas. So you're not supporting that system. You see the world in a whole different light, and so we're all revolutionaries if you're a cyclist, even if you cycle just once or twice a day or a week. And so yeah, I mean, so that's kind of just what I wanted to talk about. Another, my next plan is, Darlene has a huge sentimental value to me. And, in 2008, I did a tour across the country with her, totally changed my life. And ever since then, a lot of people that have toured will probably understand where I'm coming from with this, but when you're actually doing the tour, you tend to get sick of it after a while, and you just can't wait for it to be over. But once you get done, you get that itch again. And so I've had that itch for, 5 years now. And so my next idea is to do another tour. And I find that what helped me to do the first tour was to just talk about it and say that I'm going to do this and tell as many people as I can that I want to do this tour, because it actually makes you say, hey, you told all these people that you're going to do this thing, you better fucking do this thing. So, on that note, I have this idea of taking Darlene and traveling the country again, but this time going to different US manufacturers of bicycle parts and obtaining all these bicycle parts and building a bicycle that is made of all of these parts that are made here, right here in the USA. So you're supporting the US manufacturers, and you're also using as little fossil fuels as possible, and just sort of talking about the story, documenting it. I want to do a film by bike thing, which is, I'm glad that Film by Bike actually came out. And so I just kind of wanted to share that. That's my next sort of idea, and I hope to I don't have anything written down. This is sort of a work in progress. I've got a sort of a rough draft, but I'll be developing a website here pretty soon, doing a Facebook page and things like that. So hopefully I'll be coming out to more of these open bike things and just talking about it and promoting it and seeing how if anybody else wants to help out or join on the tour or anything like that. So thank you for listening to me. It was a pleasure talking to you. Thanks, Dan, for doing this, and yeah, y'all have a good night.
All right, Mike. Yeah. And Darlene.
Yeah, and real quick,
There's the evidence tag.
Is still on the bike, and it says Darlene on the back.
Disco Trike had one of those evidence tags as well. It got wet and disintegrated. The thing is, the Portland police are now using, and they did it with the Disco Trike, and they're doing it with Darlene, they're using the evidence locker room as a way to punish activists. Because we're out there trying to wake people up to the bullshit that's going on in this country. And, it's like, whoa, what we're saying is scarier. We're out here going no austerity, that the distribution of wealth is so fucking out of whack. That's so scary that you gotta send thugs in armor with chemical weapons. It's bullshit. I won't stand for it. You know what else? Oh, thank you. You know what else we won't stand for is this Columbia River crossing. It's more 1%er BS. It's totally counterproductive. It's payoffs and bribes and bullshit. And so, Mike, I'm hoping you'll go on our ride. We're going to ride from Olympia, Washington to Salem, Oregon, and we're going to tell people we do not want this fucking bridge. And then you can go do your tour. We're going to have Nathan up a little bit later to tell us about his tour that he's doing. It's pretty amazing. But right now, we're going to have... Oh, hey, Heather. Thanks for coming down. We're in your neighborhood. Right on. So Kirsten is going to read some bike poetry from a couple centuries ago.
I should have got some water. And now for something completely different to temper the mood. So I recently discovered this treasure trove of cycling history on the internet, and it's really interesting. It's called Golden Oldie Cyclery, and it bills itself as the Sustainable Museum of Sustainable Transportation. And in this virtual museum, I learned more about the love affair with the bicycle that transpired in the 1890s and the poetry that came out of it. So I found myself particularly drawn to poems about riding in foul weather and, of course, women cyclists, which I will share with you now. This is from Bicycling World, August 14th, 1891. It's titled, Riding in the Rain. When the yellow sun is hidden by a dark and threatening cloud, and a yearning for umbrellas is apparent in the crowd, 'tis a joy to push the pedals o'er a dusty highway strain, in the hope of finding shelter and to dodge the falling rain. Where the boys, by storms they're taken, find the riding rough and rude, railroads quickly get the shekels of the ribbon-festooned dude. But the hardy old-time wheelman leaves the weaklings on the train, fearing neither muddy roadways nor the pattern of the rain. There is not in cycling exploits which more bottom will reveal than the problem, take the railroad or get soaked and ride your wheel. Though begrimed and mud bespattered, what quicker prove you game than the fact in spite of hindrance you have gotten there just the same. So, of course, bicycles were the vehicle of liberation for women, freeing them from constricting garments, which limited their mobility, both physically and socially. And this was also reflected in the poetry of the period. This is from the Kansas Cyclist, November of 1895. It reflects the new dress for women, and there could be some double entendre here. She has gone through his trousers, his wife, his helpmeet, first with her hands, and now with her feet. This is from August 29th, 1895, in a publication called Wheel Talk. It's titled Unchanged. Before she had begun to feel the fascinations of the wheel, my Phyllis was most dear to me, and altogether fair to see. When first she donned her gaiters pert, and trimmed abbreviated skirt. A truer, sweeter girl, I swear, you could not find me anywhere. And when she laid the skirt aside, in dainty bloomer suit to ride, my Phyllis then has ever stood for true and modest womanhood. So bloomers were a big deal back then, obviously. But this next poem suggests they might not have embraced our DIY ethic quite the way we do today. This is from Bicycling World, September 14th, 1894, and it's titled Economy. She looked quite sweet sailing down the street, but there were malicious rumors. for which she grieves that she used her old sleeves in making her bicycle bloomers. All right. This is from Pleasure Cycling, 1897. In older times the woman rode, as fitted one of subject mind. Her lord and master sat before, she on a pillion sat behind. But now upon her flying wheel she holds her independent way. And when she rides a race with men, 'tis even chance she wins the day. And finally, this is a poem called Bicycle Girl, which I really enjoyed, and it makes reference to these bishops who I have no idea who they are, but they were obviously out of touch with what was going on back then. So this is from October 1895, and again it's from the Kansas Cycler. The hammock girl is out of date. The carriage girl passé. The girl who rides the bicycle rules all the world today. She flashes by with graceful speed as if she rode on air. And as she glides along, she finds admirers everywhere. Let Bishop Dane and Bishop Cox abuse her as they may. The cycle girl is here brand new, and she is here to stay. She doesn't care how much they fuss because she knows she's all right. And even as they grumble, they must own she's out of sight. So here's to the sweet cycle girl in bloomers or in skirts. She's worth a dozen of the girl that lounges round and flirts. And here's a wish for Bishop Cox, a railing on the fence, that he may live and grow in grace and someday have more sense.
Next week, we got a lot of great things going on. We're gonna have Kara Minahan, and she is gonna tell us about her Bike Love documentary. Tomas de Almeida is gonna be here playing drums with us, so we're gonna go a little more electric next week. The week after, who knows? We got some great stuff. Blake Hicks is gonna be here at the end of the month. Yeah, Blake. So, this is great. And next up, oh no, I didn't forget. Talking about tours that are going on, we have got Nathan Jones in the house. This dude is a stallion. I'm serious over here. We went down, Robert and Ping and I went down to the cyclocross races on Halloween weekend. And Nathan's like, oh yeah, well I'm gonna race in the A races. And I'm like, okay, really? You know, you haven't raced in like over a year, and we partied all night long, and and then he's got this giant costume on, and then he just fucking kicked ass in the A's, okay? So now I get it. The guy's gonna ride 300 miles, over 300 miles in a day, one day. So Nathan, tell us how you're gonna do that. I just have a hard time with that. Nathan Jones, who's also running the podcast, so thank you, Nathan.
All right, so I'm going to try and not make this too long and ranting because it's a hodgepodge of a story. I decided, 5 or 6 months ago that I needed a challenge. You know, I've been a big biker for years, and I had a small injury a couple years ago, and it kind of took me out. And I needed to, you know, just kind of like recover from it and, you know, figure out what the heck I was doing with my life. And I got mostly recovered from it, from the injury, and I was like, all right, I need a big challenge or something. So I'm like, all right, well, most I've ridden my bike in one day is 240 miles, which is down to Eugene and back. So I was like, well, 300-mile day. I mean, you did the double century, might as well do a triple century. So, yeah, so that's how it started. So you know, I've been talking about it for like the past 5 or 6 months, and probably 2 or 3 months ago, I got my shit together and I started riding a lot. You know, doing 100-mile day. Every weekend, do a 100-mile day, and then a couple weekends ago, I did a 200-mile day.
So, you know, I'm all trained up now, ready to do it. Anyways, so going into the other part of the story, you know, I wanted to do it for some sort of cause, not just, you know, mostly it's for myself, but I kind of wanted to, you know, do something with it, not just ride around aimlessly all day. So I was like, well, you know, there's no good ways in and out of town. Like, there's no good bike routes. Like, if you've ever tried to ride to East Portland, you know, somebody's like, we'll take the Johnson Creek Trail. And it's like, if you've ever ridden the Johnson Creek Trail and tried to make any sort of time on it, it kind of sucks because there's all these stop signs and basically there's no good bike route out of town. So part of this ride is just kind of raise awareness. Hey, there's no good routes to ride your bike out of town. If you want to travel from city to city, you know, you got to meander through these crazy complex bike routes, so on and so forth. So yeah, that's one part of it. Just kind of raise awareness of, you know, the lack of good, solid, like, long distance bike routes we have. I mean, we'll drop $1 billion or $2 on a big highway or bridge or whatever, but we can't have like a dedicated bike route to get in and out of town. So there's all sorts of things you could do to that, you know, activism, whatever, sign up for this or that. My idea is, you know, I'm all about getting bikes out there, getting people to take lanes, get into traffic, and just be a presence, you know? I mean, that's the only way, I feel that's the most direct way we can convey our presence to people, is just get out there, be in the streets, ride around, and say, hello, traffic, we're here. That's all there is to it. Like, it's kind of, you know, simple, but I like simple. And then not only that, but I was like, well, how can I take a lane? And it's like, with a trailer, you know, with a trailer you could take a lane. If you had a full size, like 5-6 foot wide, industrial size bike trailer, is like, yeah, that's how you can take a lane and cars can just deal with it and they can see it and realize, oh, hey, wow, there's all this bike truck. Like, Beeline's got the awesome bike trucks that carry half a pallet of product, but I kind of want something a little more ambitious, maybe carry, you know, like 2 pallets of product, you know, about this tall, whatever, 3 pallets of product, I don't know. So yeah, so it's 2 things. One thing is to raise awareness of the really cruddy bike routes in and out of town. Like, I know Portland's bike city, I know we love our bike routes, we got pretty good ones, but they could do a little bit better. The other part is raise funds for a trailer. So trying to raise $1,000 for a trailer, basically spend about half that on wheels and the other half on the construction. And yeah, I'm about 3/4 or one third of the way there, not 3/4, not quite there. But yeah, you can, if you're interested in following along with the ride I'm doing, sorry, too many beers, I apologize. Talking too fast, not breathing well. Zero, like tour, like Zero d'Italia, zeroprotagonist.com, that's where I do all my blogging at. You can follow along there. Basically, I got a WePay going, trying to raise funds to build this trailer. This Saturday, I'm thinking about doing this big long ride. I do live streaming of my rides. I got a cell phone, I just fire it up whenever I'm generally really bored and just kind of sick of pedaling and I want to talk to somebody. I'll turn on the live stream and be like, hey guys, I'm out here in the valley and I'm riding my bike all damn day and so forth. But yeah, so the ride I'm going to do, it's going to be on the Willamette Valley Scenic Bike Route, which was established about 2-3 years ago. It's a 160-mile route from Shampooey State Park, which is over by Newburgh, down to Coburg. So yeah, ride down to Newburgh, down the route, down to Coburg, ride back to Newburgh, and then back to Portland. It's about 325 miles. I think I can do it in a little over 24 hours, maybe 25 hours. Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's there's not a whole lot of story to it other than it's a big bike ride to try and raise awareness about bike routes and to get money for a trailer. So yeah, that's pretty much it. zeroprotagonist.com. You can follow along. I'll do some live streaming and videos. And thanks, y'all.
Okay, let's go to item number 2018. Have we got a bridge to sell you? This baby's an instant classic. It's big, it's bold, and it's brassy.
Hello.
Oh yeah. Hey, it's a nostalgic blast from the past, from a time when we thought we could build our way out of congestion.
But does that ever work?
better believe it, baby. That was back when men were men and gas was cheap. Okay, could we bring the camera in on this just a little? This one features 12 lanes, 12 full lanes. It's a pavement of dreams. You know what? It's gonna make you wish you could drive two cars at once.
Oh, but don't do that.
No, don't do that. But you and your single occupancy vehicle are cleared for takeoff. And you know what? This comes at a pretty reasonable price tag. 1 million payments of $4,000 apiece.
Wait a second. Are you saying it's only going to take 1 million payments of $4,000 each?
Oh, at least. You know what I just thought of though, baby? They could take it out of their children's future.
Huh.
Hey. Kids, off to bed.
All right, well, that little advertisement there wraps up our show. Nathan Jones, thank you very much. 300 miles, that's awesome. Giro Protagonist, you can find out, you can support his bike trailer. He needs money to help build it. And then we'll be taking it on bike swarm rides, who knows what. You know, maybe up to Olympia and back down to Salem to tell folks that we don't want to pay 1,000 payments of $4,000 each? Million payments? Jesus Christ. Okay, I'm trying. All right, that's our show for tonight. That's it. Unless anybody else wants to come up and say anything, thank you so much. I'm super jazzed about this. Look at all this. We're doing it, okay? We're gonna do this. We got 2 more, and if we make this happen, if people come and show up and bring their content, we're gonna just keep going, okay? We'll just keep going. So don't make us carry all the load on our own shoulders, although, you know what? I love to get in front of the microphone, I'll admit it. So we're gonna get our jammers up. Robert Henry, Robert Pink, thank you so much for coming out. Thanks for everybody who participated and presented and everything. Woo! Yeah. Oh, we're gonna get Robert Henry up here too. And Aileen, thank you for coming down. And by the way, before she goes, grab one of those DVDs. Just for coming down here, right on. Filmmakers, folks out there in YouTube land, thanks for watching. We are going to keep improving the quality of this show, so it just takes time to get all that kind of stuff set up. But we want you to know that if you're a filmmaker, Film by Bike is where it's at. You don't have to film on your bike, like Zed did on his tall bike, like we do on the disco trike, but it doesn't hurt. But there's no rules. There's no rules. It's just gotta be captivating, right? It's gotta be enthralling. Overall merit. It's gotta mean something. It's gotta be good, okay? Open bike, on the other hand, look, we don't have a hook here. Maybe in the future when this thing gets out of control, we'll get a hook, but we don't got a hook now. So whatever you want to do, you want to come up and put a tutu on and dance around, we love it. All right, this is a song, you all met Kirsten, she's a poet and a lover of poetry, and so am I. And we wrote the song together back in 2006 when we were first figuring out this video podcasting thing. And she said, "Dan, look, there's this thing, it's called a naked bike ride. You need to go do that." Okay? Now, how many guys' wives say to them, hey, go ride around naked with a bunch of young people, and old people, and young at heart old people, and old at heart young people, what the fuck ever, right? I went and did it, blew my mind, we wrote this song together. Going on a naked bike ride, you won't believe your eyes. Going on a naked bike ride, it's a full moon surprise. Going on a naked bike ride, I got the wind blowing through my hair. Going on a naked bike ride, and it feels so good to me. We're gonna do it by day, gonna do it by night. Gonna ride our bikes naked to our heart's delight. Don't need no diesel, don't need no gas, just 2 strong legs and 1 crash helmet. Going on a naked bike ride for my nation's independence. Going on a naked bike ride, I'm leaving something for my descendants. Going on a naked bike ride, it's my patriotic duty. Going on a naked bike ride, check out my big green booty. Okay, that move did it. Yeah, there you go. Keep going with that. Do ba bum bum, ba ba da bum ba dum bum bum. Riding, man. I like your superhero costume. And you may find yourself behind the wheel of a large automobile. You may ask yourself, well, how did I get here behind this bicycle? Keep in mind that in a car, you're fully clothed. But on a bicycle, that sounds like a good idea to me. But on a bicycle, you're naked. 1, 2, 3, 4, gonna do it by day, gonna do it by night, gonna ride a bike naked to a heart's delight. Don't need no diesel, don't need no gas, just 2 strong legs and 1 crash helmet. Going on a naked bike ride, you won't believe your eyes. Going on a naked bike ride, it's a full moon surprise. Going on a naked bike ride, got the wind blowing through my hair. Going on a naked bike ride, and it feels so good to me. Naked bike ride. Oh yeah. All right, so we're jamming. This is the jam session part of the evening. I mean, we got plenty of songs, so we can keep playing. But seriously, come up and let me know, or let Kirsten know, or let somebody know if you want to come up and play. By the way, this isn't the only time that there's a guitar here at the Velo Cult. There's one that lives right over there. Okay, they've got their eye on it, so don't fucking take it out the door. Okay, but it's over there, and you can come up. Maybe the stage isn't down, but you can still play. You just got to go say, hey, can you turn the music down and then play? I mean, that's what's really cool about this place. It's a bike shop, it's a venue, it's a gathering place, it's a watering hole, it's a mechanic station, 3 of them right there. You can sit, In fact, I wish the guy who had the bike, is that anybody's bike here tonight? Or are you just getting through? That's your bike. So could you you could go on the other side of that counter there and then kind of critique yourself, couldn't you? I think you need to tighten that down a little further. Are you using a torque wrench on that? With the gauge. All right. Okay. Actually, let me do it. All right, let's stay with the bike theme, okay? I've got so many bike songs, like 4 or so. We'll just do them. I'm gonna have Robert come up. Do the light, and we'll do it next time. Stuck in my car, you were driving your bike. And with the 2-wheel freedom, you were looking out of sight. Out of sight! When I get done with the stinking commute, gonna tell you right now what I'm gonna do. Gonna get down the bike. Gonna do what I like. And I'm riding the bike. And it feels so right. I got my old jeans on and they don't feel tight. I got the wind on the back and the breeze in my hair. Feels so good, yeah, don't got to care. Yeah, I'm riding my bike. Gonna do what I like. Here we go. Used to think to go far, you had to have a car, and that's what you are. Yeah, I saw it on TV, even Jan16 played it on guitar. But the phone is dead and gone, now we're moving on to a whole other star. Yeah, I'm really going far, and I don't want a car. No, I don't want a car. You are. Yeah, I saw it on TV, even Jan16 played it on guitar. But the phone is dead and gone, now I'm moving on to a whole other star. Yeah, I'm really going far, and I don't want a car. Now don't feel bad if I'm going slow. I'll tell you right now, it's the only way to go. Only way to fly. You can wave to your friends, they'll say hello. Cars pass by, but they don't really know when you're riding your bike. Gonna do what you like when you're riding your bike. Gonna do what you like when you're riding your bike. Gonna do what you like. I'll do one more out of my arsenal here, and then Robert will sing a couple. I might play some bass. Everybody having a good time? Is there anybody out here who does want to play guitar at all or sing or anything? Okay, not this time. But that means you either need to have something next time or tell your friends who like to do that kind of thing. This is seriously, it's an open mic. We'll back you up. We got bass. Next week we're gonna have drums. We got guitars. If it's a simple song, we can probably do it if it's blues or something like that. Or we know it. Especially if it's in the key of E. And we're gonna do one in the key of E. This is called Dinosaur's Bite. Dinosaurs bite. Dinosaurs bite. Dinosaurs tussle. Dinosaurs fight. Some dinosaurs eat plants, the one over there eats meat. You better get running on your dinosaur feet, because now dinosaurs bite. Dinosaurs bite. Dinosaur stuck in the ground. That's a dinosaur's plight. Tell you why. They used to roam the earth, the sky and the sea. Now we dig them from the ground so we all can see that dinosaurs bite. Dinosaurs bite. Dinosaur might makes a dinosaur right. The Earth got hit by a big asteroid. Now nothing was good they could do to avoid. The lakes got hot, yeah, they started to boil. Now we pump them from the ground to get our crude oil. You know that dinosaurs bite. Dinosaurs bite. Dino fuel. It's our dino delight. When you're driving your car and drinking your gasoline and you're choking on the fumes, you'll know what I mean. When the glaciers all melt and the oceans do rise, well, I hope it don't come as a fucking surprise, because dinosaurs bite. Dinosaurs bite. Dinosaurs bite. Dinosaurs bite. Whew. They still bite. Plants, right? They got to chew. Okay. Okay. Woo. Works myself up to a lather. All right. Mr. Ping, feel like sing? All right. I'm going to grab the bass and we'll do a switcheroo. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. It's not warm when she's away.
Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and she's always gone too long. Anytime she goes away, I wonder this time where she's gone. I wonder if she's gonna stay. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone, and this house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away, I know we should leave the young thing alone, but ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. Only darkness every day. Ain't no sunshine when she's gone. This house just ain't no home. Anytime she goes away.
on the streets by day and just jamming that trumpet guitar by night. Robert Payne. All right, thanks for coming out to open bike night tonight. I want to thank Robert Ping, Robert Henry for playing the instruments. And we're going to be back here. We got Tomas coming next week, so we're going to be rocking. Bow, 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 bow. We got stuff. We got things. Thank you, Sky, for making this possible. It's rocks. Everybody wanna be seen. Everybody wanna be famous. Ain't nobody gonna blame us. Everybody want a real deal. Everybody want to cop a good feel. Everybody want more money. Everybody want a taste of your honey. And I just want to light you up, light you up like a fire. I just want to turn you on, and take you higher. Everybody wanna pick your guitar. Everybody wanna ride in your fast bike. I gotta change this into bike lyrics, man. It's the perfect song for it. Everybody wanna lick your ice cream. Preacher trying to tell you how to live right. Your mom and dad keeping you uptight. You love her, trying to pick another fight. But I just want to keep you up all night. And I just want to light you up, light you up like a fire. And I just want to turn you
This old world will bring you down, make your smile into a frown, break your heart and make you sad, drive you stark, raving mad. But I just want to light you up, light you up like a fire. I just want to turn you on, turn you on, and take. Woo! It's getting hot up here. How much is the dowry anyway?
All right, that's open mic for tonight. We'll see you again here next Wednesday, right? Yes, they're scary. Yeah. Woo! All right, thanks for coming down. We'll be here next week, same time, 7 o'clock social, 8 o'clock open mic, 9 o'clock jam session, music, fun. All right, 1 + 1 + 1 = 3. There we go.
Go on,